first thing is we're going to have the reading of the minutes.
Ovesen Heights Baptist Church Quarterly Members Meeting, July 17, 2022. The meeting was called to order by moderator Melanie Skaggs. The minutes were accepted as read. The financial report was accepted as presented. A motion made to accept by Carlotta Dietrich, seconded by Bob Boster. Report accepted. The following have no reports: Teenagers, Trustees, or Men's Ministry. The Sunday school report was given by Laura Kurtz. The average attendance for Sunday school for the months of April, 40.75, May, 46.4, and June, 41.2. She also reported that prior to COVID, we were averaging in the high 60s for Sunday school. And this report for this quarter compared to 2021 is staying about the same. GGW report was given by Teresa Kinslow. They made and delivered goodie baskets to 5 LaRue County schools for the staff, the bus garage, and the Board of Education in May. And we did the same for the LaRue County first responders, including 9/11. And there was no meeting in July. Taryn Rager gave the music report. She reported that things have pretty much stayed the same. She's looking into gathering information for getting TVs instead of the projectors and screens by the end of the year. This would present much better quality for seeing videos and words for songs, etc. The youth report was given by Bob Boster. They had a good trip to Camp Schaefer in June. Courtney Linton went for the first time as a chaperone and did a wonderful job. He will continue to pick the curriculum for the youth Sunday school. They have reinitiated the youth council, and this will consist of 2 youth, 1 parent, and the youth pastor. Currently on the council is Bob Boster, Laura Kurtz, Bella Boster, and Tana Wheat. They have activities planned for the next couple of months, and things are moving forward. The deacons. John Dietrich reported that we have available in the Welcome Center information and locations for those in need of local food pantries, or if you know of anyone in need, you can direct them to these facilities. There was no old or new business. Bob Boster made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Carlotta Dietrich. Motion passed.
Thank you, Teresa. Any questions or corrections anybody know? Do I have a motion to accept the minutes? Do I have a second? A second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Okay, Sunday school report.
All righty, for July, I'm going to tell you what the enrollment is, average, as well as what was present. So our July enrollment average is 117 members. For July, we had an average of 32 here. And of course, July is vacation month, but still. August, our average enrollment's 111, and we had 40 present. And then September, still 111 enrollment with 42 present. So that just kind of shows you where we're at. If you're a Sunday school teacher, and all of us as well, not just Sunday school teachers, but reach out to those that aren't here. So.
Thank you. I did. Okay. Does everybody have treasurer's report? Are there any questions? Give me a minute, I can tell you. It was 11:06. Any other questions? Noticed there was some in the red. Is that still, we still doing okay though? Okay. 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 That's okay. So I forgot, do we have a motion to accept the Sunday school and treasurer's report? I forgot to do that one. Motion, second. All in favor, say aye. Miss David. Okay, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, all right, music.
Oh, I need this one. That's right. I was getting ready to take that from you. So I handed out this series of papers. So I know that you guys know this is really hard to see up here. Does anybody know how old this projector is?
Yes, it is.
I know the bulb is 3 years old.
It's pretty old.
Not as old as Larry. Okay, what'd you say, Paul? Yeah, this right here. So older than Gracie, to start. So I have a few options, and this is not something that I have a preference on. I guess I do have a preference. Of course, you can leave it the same. I just put a series of pictures in here. Laura said she sent me this bulb, I think it's on the second page, that they replaced in 2019. So I got here in 2020, and it wasn't very bright. The thing with projectors is you have to have a bright screen, especially when you have lights coming in from, there's not a light from this side, but you have natural light coming in on this side, and you don't want to black out that window. But that's the deal. You have light versus light, and so it drowns it out. So what I've been talking about is TVs. That you can run an HDMI from the computer back there, just like you would a projector. So I guess you essentially have three options. Your first option is just replace the bulb again for $70 and see how long that gets you. Your second option would be to essentially, instead of doing a projector, you could do two TVs on the side, so you don't really have to worry about the light. The light would shine on one if we had it over here. I guess you could even do one TV if you wanted to do one TV just on one side. I don't think that would be a problem from people seeing it. You need a large TV, so for that you need a TV, a mount, HDMI, and then a splitter for back there. And I guess your third option would be to replace the projector. You have two kinds of projectors now. You have your laser projector and your bulb projector. Projectors change every year, so there's not one that I prefer, because I looked up the one that I've used before and it's not even in projection anymore. So they just continually rotate. So those are my three options. If I had a preference, I would do a TV, because if a TV breaks, it's cheaper. Like if one of the TV, Carlotta was talking about that earlier, their TV's broken. Replacing the TV is a lot cheaper than replacing a projector. So I guess I would like input, because Meryl always says, bring options. Don't just come up and say, this is what I want. These are my options. These are my three options. So I would like some input on that because I'm a music person. I am involved in projection, like, because that's something that I know, but it's not like I'm a ride or die, this is the way it is type of person.
So, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's something that we'll just have to see once it happens. What I priced in here is a 65-inch. Once you go higher than 65, they like double in price. 65 was the most economical. So I would think so, but that's not something I would know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, mm-hmm. A lot of people are moving to TVs. I mean, projection is still very much a thing, but especially in smaller spaces like TVs. I mean, I've seen it even in like larger venues that are wider. You have like TVs like halfway through for like your people in the back that could see. Now we're not anywhere near that fancy. A projector you would just essentially replace. But I guess if you had a TV too, it'd be easier to take down. Like if you needed it for something else, like if you wanted to swap it. I guess it is a little bit of a cost on the last page. I lost my last page. I put a figure on there. Yeah. Yeah. What I say, 1192. 1192. That's not counting taxes or anything. And I was even looking up. I forgot about Sam's, and so I think Sam's might be a little cheaper. So if I was to ask for that, I'd probably add 10% just for just price differences and stuff. And also, it's something I can wait for Black Friday too. Black Friday and Super Bowl Sunday is 2 days that TVs go on sale. So, yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, I didn't give you a paper. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have
It says 2 TVs, 2 mounts, 2 100-foot cables, and a splitter.
a splitter, and I went high on the splitter. I feel like I could probably get it cheaper, but yeah. Mm-hmm. So I probably maybe like to add 10% to that just for. One of my questions was, I thought I had more money in the budget. What was like the $300 and something for? I don't think I bought anything. Do you remember what that came out for? I thought I had more money in my budget. Yeah, I feel like I hadn't spent very much at all. It's probably fees or like CCLI. Is that when it came out? So we pay that. So we pay essentially the CCLI and then the Song Select, and then so that's what those. Mm-hmm. For finance. Okay. Okay. So I guess maybe what I would move is just ask for that amount to be increased out of my budget to, I guess, to essentially increase my budget from 1,000 to 2,200, and whatever overage can be swallowed in with the rest of whatever I had left, if that's okay.
Okay.
That's like a really weird motion. So I would move to increase the, in the words of Hope, we ate a lot of candy corn today, so we're all like, woo! So increase the music budget from 1,000 to 2,200, I guess would essentially be the motion. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion to increase the music budget from 1,000 to 2,200. Does anybody have any questions, any comments? Do we have a second? Okay. Sally.
Sally. I made the motion. Mhm.
Okay. So all in favor of increasing the music budget from 1,000 to 2,200, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion's passed.
Yay. So just for general information, I would probably make a goal to get this in before Christmas. I might wait a little bit because like Target is already starting their Black Friday sales just to be economical. I might kind of wait a week or two and see how the sales are trending to see if I could save some money with the goal to have it in by Christmas. Because I can't spend more than, what, $200?
I don't know. That's. Okay.
Good call.
Okay. So we have a motion and second for Taryn to research and purchase the 2 TVs, cable, splitters, mounts, everything included in that to get us instead of projectors. Everybody in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Yes, that one is fine. We can see that just fine. It's this one that is the deal.
That one is newer and it's better pixel
It's
quality.
closer. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
close. So there's not
Yeah.
that distance that can throw that in. And we made it closer when we added the camera too. So it's smaller, but it's pretty sharp. Yeah, just us. When I remember to turn it on, half the time I forget to turn it on. Meryl turns it on for me. That's when I mess up the word.
Okay. Thank you.
Am I good?
Okay. Youth?
I teased this morning about getting old, and I guess part of that's memory loss. Some of the stuff I put in the letter was recorded last month. We have moved forward with our youth council. We have started the Answers in Genesis curriculum for Sunday school. That is going well, I think. We've had more conversations with the students instead of me just talking during class. So that's been very good. Students have been learning memory verses, which in the past that's been a struggle to get them to do that. But I've been doing weird things, and without them knowing it, they've actually been learning memory verses. Some of it's music, some of it's games, so it's been interesting. We did have our Trash for Cash, and I want to thank the church for those that participated. I had more adult participation than I did youth, and that went really well. And as a result, we happened to get one of the better routes where we didn't have to split up as many roads. And I think at the very end, John, didn't you say she added a little extra mileage or something at the end, an extra road? And that's where we got a little more than our $1,000. So it was a good day. And we've got a few things planned coming up. We've got our going to the Hinton's Orchard next week. But I want you to pray for this fall. Last year we did a seminar type youth event, and it went really well. We combined that with our Christmas thing, and I've never seen teenagers not want to stay up all night with like lock-ins. I used to not sleep, but now I need a little sleep. But they never wanted to do, an all-night thing. So last year it went really well. So pray for what we can do this fall and winter to really invest in the students and help them grow in their walk with Christ. So, any questions?
Thank you, Bobby. Okay, do the trustees have anything? Okay. Okay, we'll go to deacons. Okay. Just so all you all hear that, the deacons make a motion to nominate Jeremy Skaggs to be on the church nominating committee. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay. So Jeremy will now be on the nominating committee. The deacons have anything else? Okay, thank you, John. Is there any other committees that have anything?
Teenagers actually have something to report.
Okay.
Sally and Larry hosted a teenager social back in September, and it was very well. I think everybody had a good time, except for playing cornhole against Dennis. I should move that we strike him from any further cornhole tournament.
Unless he's on my team, which he wasn't.
So we had a good night there, and it was a good time.
Glad y'all had a good time. Okay. GGW?
Yes. For the month of October, we're collecting, they didn't have to come up here. For the month of October, because I couldn't hardly hear John. My ears are getting old. We're collecting toiletries, hairbrushes, and things, as you know, that Brother Merrill's been announcing. Well, hold on. We are planning again for November to have our regular Thanksgiving luncheon on the 19th, but we're also going to be introducing something new this year that we haven't done. We want to host a veterans breakfast for the Sunday before Veterans Day, which actually is in a couple of weeks, November the 6th, and we will have a GGW meeting next Sunday. And the host for the veterans of our church and their families for that Sunday morning. And then we have more coming up in December.
Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, is there anything else before we get to the nominating committee? Any old business that anybody knows about? Okay. So do you all have a nominating committee sheet for new teachers, officers, et cetera? Okay, so what I'll do is we will vote on all the top ones first. The moderator, Larry Lewis, assistant moderator, myself, church clerk, Teresa Kinslow, no assistant clerk as of yet, treasurer, Faye Wathen, assistant treasurer, Sally Lewis, Keenage director, Diane Burba, assistant Keenage director, David Barr, Sunday school director, Laura Kurtz, Sunday school secretary, Connie Miller, and executive board member, Teresa Kinslow. We'll vote on all those at once. So is everybody in favor of these, having these offices? Say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. And now we will vote on everything else except the trustees. So audit committee, we're going to add, or we'll be voting to add Megan Wheeler and Charlene Baumgartner. Baptism committee, Tracy Harkness, Lee Markham, Tony Underwood, and Debbie Underwood. Bereavement Committee, Shirley Barr and Connie Miller. Child Care Committee, Tracy Hartness, and there is an opening. Finance Committee, Bonnie Sanders, Carlotta Dietrich. History Committee, Tracy Hartness, Debbie Underwood. Host Committee, Bob Burba, Mandy Skaggs, Carlotta Dietrich, John Dietrich, Megan Wheeler, Angela Wheat, Tracy Hartness. Insurance Committee, Laura Kurtz, John Dietrich. Landscape Committee, Kenny Markham, Sandra Jackson. Nominating Committee, Mandy Skaggs, Jeremy Skaggs. Personnel, Sally Lewis, Ed Sanders. Special Services, Recreation, Nathan Wheeler, Shirley Barr, David Barr, and there is an opening. Youth Committee, Laura Kurtz, Bella Boster, Tana Wheat, and it looks like 3 more openings there. We'll stop there and then we'll get the teachers in a second. So all of those that I just mentioned, everyone in favor of all of those, please say aye. Any opposed? Okay. And so now we'll vote on all the Sunday school teachers. Babies to 2, there is an opening for the teacher and then the assistant, Carlotta Dietrich. Preschool, Courtney Linton, Laura Kurtz. K through 2, Angela Wheat, Mandy Skaggs. 3rd through 5th, Tracy Hartness, Tanya Boster. Youth, Bob Boster, Laura Kurtz. The Journey, Jeremy and Mandy Skaggs, Nathan and Megan Wheeler. Sunlight, John Dietrich, Tony Underwood. Golden Hearts, Teresa Kinslow. So everyone in favor of those? On for Golden Hearts? Okay. And Wayne Aiken as the assistant for Golden Hearts. Okay, so everybody in favor of those, please say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Okay. Bobby, Taryn, would you all pass out? They need 4 ballots. Everybody needs 4. We're going to be voting on trustees for the 2-year to 2024. It'll be Jeremy Skaggs and David Harkness, and for the 3-year, it'll be Nathan Wheeler and Larry Lewis. So, on your first paper that you'll be turning in, you'll be voting for Jeremy Skaggs for the 2-year to 2024. You're right, yes or no? Yes if you would like them to serve, no if you would not. So this one is for Jeremy Skaggs, the first one. Give you all time to vote as well.
No. It was blank.
Yeah, all blank. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, is everybody done for Jeremy? This is for Jeremy.
Can I say something before we do that?
Sure.
You're gonna notice. We can hear you. Microphone. Hello. You're gonna notice that we're voting on a lot more people this year than we normally do. It's because we failed to do these last year. So instead of just doing 2 trustees, now we're doing 4 trustees because we didn't do 2 last year, and several of the others are the same way. COVID kind of threw us all into a tizzy. Didn't take much to upset my brain anyway. But that's just an explanation of why we're voting on so many that we normally don't is that we didn't do this last year.
Thank you, Larry. Okay, so they're going to collect those votes. Okay. Count those, please. Okay, while they are counting those, the next vote will be for David Harkness for the 2-year term to 2024. Okay, Jeremy Skaggs was unanimous, so he's a trustee. That is for David Harkness, this one is. Okay, while they are counting those, the next vote will be for Nathan Wheeler for a 3-year term through 2025. Okay. David Harkness was also unanimous, so he's a trustee. And one more, the last one is for Larry Lewis, 3-year term through 2025. You can. There's nothing that says you can't. Use a deacon for a trustee. That was good. I see. Okay. That was also unanimous for Nathan. I said I assume. Okay, so all the trustees were voted into those posts. Thank you all. So we have a full slot of trustees now. Is there anything else that anybody has that I've missed? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn? We have motion and multiple seconds to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Thank you. The meeting is adjourned.